What's up? Welcome to Vlogtober day 14. Today I am Edward Scissorhands for work today. So I got the messy hair, got this makeup, which turned out a lot better than I expected. I was a little nervous to do it, but I really like it. And also wearing the Edward Scissorhands shirt, yes. I don't have any scissor hands, but maybe eventually. So I just wanted to do the makeup, wear the shirt. I actually didn't have anything planned, and then I just put the shirt on. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try doing an Edward Scissorhands makeup today, and I really like how it turned out. So I think I'm gonna save this for future costumes too, and actually maybe buy the costume also. It's like $50, so I mean, I'm not really trying to spend $50 on a costume right now, but DIY came in handy. I already had all the makeup, yes. And I am going to work today, of course, and it's super fucking rainy outside, so Edward Scissorhands mood as fuck right now. Okay, so I'm at work, and Shannon is a Ninja Turtle, very
Raphael,
cool, and I'm Edward Scissorhands, and so that's what we're gonna be today at work.
Come to Spencer's and shop.
Come shop. We need sales. Vlogtober day 14 wildlife. A little toad outside my apartment. How very Halloween. Bye, little toadie. Can you hop for the camera? You're a big toad. What's up, guys? Welcome to the part of the vlog where I tell you a scary story. And yes, I'm Edward Scissorhands, but I only have one pair of scissors for hands. Mostly because I just did the makeup myself, and I wore a t-shirt. Yes, Edward Scissorhands. Loved it. Loved how it turned out. I wasn't sure if it would turn out very well, but it did. And I just made my hair crazy, and it worked out, so let's get to the story. Today I'm going to tell you guys a hairdresser horror story and a life ban. It's on Reddit Tales from Retail thread. Should be pretty interesting. And, alright, we're going to get it started. This tale from the other side of the counter, or the scissors in this story. Sorry, this story is long, but it is worth it. My younger sister, mother, and I go into our local center for sister to get a style cut before some kind of event. She had long, very straight hair with no layers, and the hairdressers had parted in the middle for easier cutting. So, sometimes I just hate the wording on these Reddit stories, and I'm just like, okay, in my head I would have said, so she has long straight hair and a middle part. That's easier for cutting. Okay, anyways. Even though my sister had specifically said she wanted more of a fringe with layers. So my sister's sitting in the chair, getting the cape around her. This person's wording, oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm gonna try not to make comments, but no promises. When the hairdresser is querying her on what she wants, but obviously isn't really listening as she gets things ready. A note. This woman is severely obese. Let's call her hairdresser woman. I have no prejudice on what weight you are, but HW's weight was directly affecting her job. She couldn't lean to grab things off the counter or tray or lean down to the customer, and her weight made her chair unable to slide properly, so she had no movement for cutting. She wasn't leaning down to hear what my sister was saying, and just said, "Oh wow, exactly what you young girls want these days." Really snooty, whatever, interaction goes like this. HW. Oh yes, so you just want some layers here and here and here, makes karate motion at my sister's head. Sister, no, I want it up higher with a fringe, please. But all the girls want it like this. Does the hand chopping thing again? No, I want it different. My hair's too long for that. It's okay, dearie. I know exactly what you want. Beware of the scissor hands. They will give you too much layers. You have to make sure you can trust those scissor hands. Sister makes eye contact with me and kind of rolls her eyes. I'm sitting in the chair next to her. Salon is fairly empty, should have clued us in, but the lady seems to understand what is wanted. Big mistake. My mom asks Sister if she's sure that's what she wanted. Sister nods. I go back to reading magazines. HW wets her hair with the spray and combs it through. HW. So we'll just make the first cut here, starts pinning up her hair so it will fall down here and make more of a fringe. Sounds good, honey. Okay, snips. In that one cut, my sister has a mullet on one side of her head. As in, the front is short and the back is long. The front comes to just under her ear, while the rest of her hair is down her back. HW. Oh dear, the layer doesn't seem to be working. Must be because your hair is so thin. Let me look at that. Lets down some of the longer hair and cuts that about 2 centimeters long from the initial cut. Think like stair shape. The story, you guys. I can't even right now. Because I just want to say sarcastic comments like, okay, if you had a bad feeling about this lady, just fucking get up and go. Don't be that nice guy that just gets screwed over because you can't say no, or you can't say, hey, lady, stop cutting my hair all fucked up. Oh, God. Mother says, sister, is that right? Sister, near tears. No. Capital N-O. HW, well, I don't know what you expect me to do about it. I did exactly as she asked. It's not my fault she doesn't want what's fashionable. Her hair's too thin for that sort of cut. I did it fine. Oh. It's another fail at being fucking humanity. No, cut that part out. It's another fail at being humans, you guys. Communication. Healthy communication. And don't be afraid to say no to things, because otherwise you're going to get screwed over and then you're going to learn that you should have said no. Easier said than done, I know, because I'm also learning this lesson too. Mother, sister, and I sit in amazement as HW starts swearing, huffing, telling us she only does what's in fashion, and we shouldn't be asking for anything else. My mom asks HW if she can fix it or not, and the lady says there isn't anything to be fixed, that's the way it should look. In fashion hairstyles. I would say my Edward Scissorhands hairstyle is pretty in fashion right now. You know how I got this hair? I showered, and then I got out, and then I brushed it while it was still wet, and then I put a bunch of hair products in it to make it look fucked up, and then I put it forward like this, and I went like that, and flipped it around a little bit, and then it made it look crazy, so I was like, I'm good to go, and I let it air dry too. Yep. So, if you wanted to know, that's how I did this. And that definitely made me feel like I had a Jenna Marbles moment there. I'm sorry, guys. Let's get back to the story. Remember that at this point my sister has the front half of her hair on one side literally hacked off. You can see all her neck up to her ear. That's how short it's been cut, while the rest of her hair is still down her back. So she got a Joe Dirt haircut. And this lady didn't use the little razor thing to blend in all the layers like how you're supposed to. Or just didn't try to blend it at all. It's just, oh my god. I don't even have a license to cut hair. I mean, I am Edward Scissorhands. So I guess technically I do, but I've had my hair cut enough times in different ways that I know a little bit about hairstyles and haircuts. Okay. Mother, is this how you wanted it? Sister just shakes head. Well, what am I supposed to do? Just regrow the hair and cut it exactly how the little princess wants it? Well, too bad. Oh, God. I would demand a refund. That is ridiculous. You do not say that to your customers ever. Like, you're supposed to do what the people want, and if you can't, you just need to say you can't. You can't blame that other person for something that you don't know how to do. Some professional courtesy would have been nice, but it is at this point that shit goes down. She slams down the hairbrush onto the tray of utensils. Scissors, razors, and a small mirror and several combs fall off and go all over the ground. The mirror smashes and HW grabs her own hair and just screams. What? Clearly this lady has some kind of unresolved issues, and that's nobody's fault. My family and I are just sitting there like, what? HW has begun to attract a bit of attention by now with most people in the salon. Like 4 of which our other hairdressers are staring. 2 hairdressers come over. One starts asking what the problem is and how she can help nicely, while the other one is guiding HW into the back room. We hear smashing, shouting, and a phone being picked up, more incoherent shouting, sisters crying. I'm just sitting there, and Mother is telling the girl what has conspired. HW hacked off half of Sister's hair, which she did not ask for, and even gave clear instructions on what she did want, and HW went nuts when criticized. The hairdresser is nodding, apologizing, saying she can't understand why HW decided to mullet my sister, when a security guard turns up and tells us we are all being escorted out of the store after we have paid for our services. If we don't pay, the police will be called. He informs us we have been disrupting the salon, verbally assaulted someone, and refusing to leave. Mother attempts to explain what has attempted, but he refuses to listen, saying if she continues, we will be given a life ban from the entire shopping center. We are forced to pay as HW watches us from the door of the back room, hands in fists. Hands in fists. Really? Oh my God. All of this over a bad haircut. A lady with her hands in fists after she just chopped part of the hair off and couldn't admit to her mistakes. This is what happens when you don't admit to your mistakes. You just end up in this huge situation, and then you end up with your hands and fists behind a door because you don't know how to do something. Just admit to your mistakes. It's okay. You're still a valuable human being. You're still here for a reason. Nobody's perfect. We leave with a life ban hanging over our heads, and my sister with a particularly bad haircut. I'd like to point out my sister went to a much better salon, got the mullet done, so she actually had a haircut, not a hack job with a rusty chainsaw. The salon we were banned from has since shut down. Hairdresser cuts the wrong thing, goes batshit crazy. We are escorted out of the salon and informed we have a life ban from the store and will be sued if we attempt to contact the hairdresser or store. That is just some fuck shit, as Blasphemous HD would say. Probably should edit that part out because I shouldn't be saying things like that. Gotta be family friendly. So, I hope you guys enjoyed that, and I had a pretty decent day, mostly because this Edward Scissorhands makeup just turned out pretty sweet. I scared a lot of children at work today, and a couple people thought I was the bride of Chucky. They thought I was Tiffany, but I definitely was Edward Scissorhands. I have cuts all over my face. I don't think you can see it because of my lighting, but up close. you can, it's like too bright so you guys can't even, let's see if I do that. That's what it looks like. Definitely an Edward Scissorhands because of my scissor cuts on my face, because, yeah. I really love Edward Scissorhands. And plus I wore the t-shirt to kind of like, hey, this is who I am. But, again, I have blonde hair, not black hair, so maybe that was a little confusing. But I don't know, I thought it would give it away. But a lot of people didn't know. Some people did and thought it was good, cool. Some children were scared. Overall, I had a good time, and I definitely want to do other cool looks like this. I think I'm going to keep this as like a reoccurring Halloween costume for years to come in the future.